It's me. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hatway, here today with another stream. How utterly exciting. Welcome to Manic Mondays, the day where I apparently ask other people to make content for me. Manic Mondays. And just so you know, Burb, I found another list on the site. Don't know if it's got everything on there, but it's got quite a few. So we got a few. There may be one or two things missing. I tried to reference them, but because I didn't want to make an account to find out or to make one. So it's got a goodly chunk of them. I can do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 4. So there's like 60 different restaurants. 60 different restaurants on this. Pretty exciting stuff. We can jump right into it. Why not? Shoop! Look at that. Quick and zippy. Right there. We're right in already. Look at that. I don't even have the web page open. I transitioned without the web page being open. Here is the tier list. I'm going to zoom in even more. Holy moly. So here's all the things it's got on here. I don't know a lot of these. Being from the Boondocks. Yeah, and all. But I'll judge them. I'll Google images them and see what comes up. And we'll judge them based on how they look. There's a few of them I already know that are going to be up there. Because I love them. Num num num. So without... we can do a little... I'm going to do a little... Hello everybody, my name is Hatway and welcome to I Do a Tier List. Today I'm doing a tier list. We'll be tier listing all of these restaurants as you can see right next to me. We'll be judging them thoroughly and harshly. I will be judging them by every means humanly possible in order to create the most judgment-filled zone possible. So, without further ado, let us dive right into the deep end and just start, okay? Because I don't know a lot of these. So we can start with like A and W, of course. A and W. Question is, have you ever eaten at an A and W? A and W, personally, it's all right. Never really been super impressed with A and W. The root beer. Yeah, A&W does food. A&W is a restaurant. No, it's not just soda. They're physical restaurants. Their big thing though is they make homemade root beer in-house. That's what A&W is about. Yeah. No, it's like alright food. You know, it's fast food. Comparable to maybe like a McDonald's, in my opinion. You'd say A tier? You'll notice that there isn't even an A tier. There's only S, B, C. I love it. I don't know who made this. Does all the food taste like root beer? No. No, it doesn't. I'm actually going to put it down in D tier. I don't know where A went. I kind of edited this last minute. Here, I can do this. A. B, C, D, and you know what? We'll just get rid of E. We'll pretend E doesn't exist. So I'm putting A and W down here in the C, because I've eaten there a couple times. And the only thing they really got that, in my opinion, is good is the root beer. And I'm not even that big of a fan of A&W root beer. So it's down in the C's. It ain't up there. It ain't down there. It doesn't do anything to impress me. Arby's? Okay, here's the thing about Arby's. I used to be a big fan of Arby's back when they had, like, $1 ham and cheese melts. Alright? I like their commercials nowadays, but I'm not a huge fan of Arby's anymore. So, unfortunately, Arby's actually has to go below A&W. Now, see, Arby's, it just never does anything to impress me. You know what I'm saying? And at least A&W's kind of got like a little bit of a you know, Arby's just feels like I'm eating, I don't know. I can just make a sandwich. I don't know what to say, man. Every time I've eaten there, I've never been impressed, is what I'm saying. And the big thing is the only thing I liked it for doesn't exist anymore. So I really can't say I like it. Big shits. That's right. Big shits. Boston Market. I'm going with that one next. Boston Market. Okay, I've eaten at Boston Market once in my entire life. I was somewhat impressed. However, I'm basing like 90% of this off their crappy TV dinners. Which their TV dinners are honestly not that bad, especially if you're someone who had to live off those for a little while. As for their actual food, honestly, it's pretty good. I've never been disappointed with Boston Market. Never took you there? Man, honestly, it's a big B for me. Boston Market, it's a solid B. They have decent food. It's almost a little bit more sit-down restaurant-y, which I'm really huge for sit-down restaurant-style places. I'm really debating on putting it up in the A tier because I like it so much. But like I said, their TV dinner line is really weighing it down for me, and it's gonna stay in B. B for Boston Market, that's for sure. Burger King. Burger King? I hate Burger King. I don't actually hate Burger King. Okay, I need to clarify this. I don't hate Burger King. I've just always been disappointed when going to Burger King. Burger King, quite honestly, is one of those places that I've never been impressed with. I've eaten there so many times, and I've just never, like, even their chicken, their chicken is like styrofoam chicken. Their burgers are like, they don't feel like they exist when I eat them. Flame grilled, more like microwave grilled. I don't know, man. Everything I've always had at Burger King is always disappointing. Like, I got their chicken sandwich, probably like a year ago, and I just thought, man, you know, there's so many other places I would rather get a chicken sandwich from, you know. To be honest with you, to be honest with you, you're gonna get my full opinion today, whether you want it or not. Burger King, honestly, it's going in the F tier. There are better options than Burger King. There are many better options than Burger King, and I'm gonna have to stick with that choice. We're coming up with Carl's Jr. We're bypassing. Burger King is dead. It's in the F tier. It's not coming back. Carl's Jr. though, alright? I'm basing a lot of Carl Jr.'s off of memory, because lately I haven't had Carl's Jr. a lot, but I do know a lot of their quality kind of dipped a little bit, especially when they started doing these special little fun meals that came with like cookies and like super dirt cheap burger and like and all that stuff. However, I have found out, all right, as of recently, like days ago recently, that they do actually still have some really good burger menu options. So most of their like burger menu options haven't changed, which means they're probably still really good. And quite honestly, My favorite burger on the menu is a mushroom and Swiss. You can't go wrong with the mushroom and Swiss. There's something else like the Monster Burger or something like that. I do like that as well. The chicken stars, F. Honestly, if we're gonna base it off their chicken nuggets, straight F. Carl's Jr. quite honestly has some of the worst chicken nuggets out there, almost worse than Burger King. But honestly, Burger King also is home of the styrofoam nugget, so I gotta give them a little bit. They're just slightly above for nuggets. But we're not doing nugget. We're not doing a nugget review. We're doing an overall review. And quite honestly, Carl's Jr. is on the level of Boston Market. Alright? I've never been disappointed with a Carl's Jr. except for that one time that I went for the cheap option. I knew what I was doing, but I did it anyways. And that's my own fault. But Carl's Jr., they got good burgers. They do have some cruddy menu options. What can you do? For now, we're doing Checkers. You'll notice I'm skipping a few down here because I'm going to have to do some research on those ones. We're on to Checkers. Alright. Checkers. Honestly, the last time I've eaten at a Checkers would have been in Florida. I would have been in Florida. I was with my relatives. We were going to Disneyland, or whatever it is down there, and we had to feed everyone. We had to feed everyone. I remember this. And Checkers had this fun little deal where they had like $1 burgers. All right, and we bought 50 of them. All right, I swear it was 50 because I think we brought in like a $50 bill and bought 50 burgers. All right, and they were just plain cheeseburgers, nothing fancy, you know. We had to feed the fam, bro, and it was for $50 for 50 burgers for $50. Are you kidding me? That's an amazing deal. We fed one of them to a crocodile. I remember that. That was amazing. I have to actually give. I'm gonna be real with you. Checkers on the level of A&W. Don't ask me what. So for perspective, this was like 15 years ago. All right, 15 years ago. All right, I remember the $1 burger. It was amazing. We got a lot of burgers. It tasted like A&W. That's how I distinctly remember it. Modern day A&W tastes like Checkers 15 years ago. And I'm assuming they're still the same today, mainly because I know a lot of these fast food places never change, even though they do little menu changes once in a while. Quantity, though, honestly, for the quantity we got, it was relatively decent quality. They weren't bad burgers, all right? And quite honestly, better than Arby's and Burger King, in my opinion. They didn't feel like they were trying to fake a burger. It just felt like a cheap, cooked patty with some cheese, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mustard. You know what I'm saying? They were just nice. They were just good. They didn't try to do anything that they weren't ever meant to be. They're just a quick and easy burger. Quick and greasy burger. And that's why it's staying at C with A&W, who also kind of does the same thing. Quick and greasy. Nothing gonna impress you. Not like Boston Market or Carl's Jr., you know. And that's just how it is. Next, we're going for Chipotle. We're spicing it up. We're switching it up. We're getting away from the burgers, and, well, we do have Boston Market up here. But we're stepping away from burgers. We're going to Chipotle Mexican Grill. You want my opinion on Chipotle? Honestly, it's already an A, alright? Chipotle is awesome. Chipotle, however you say it, Chipotle, it's awesome. All right, Chipotle has never disappointed me. You can basically make whatever the heck you want, man. But I like Chipotle. All right, I ain't gonna lie, it's good food. It's good food. Can get a little bit pricey, but that's only because I'm indecisive and probably get more than I need, but Chipotle's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. And honestly, I'm gonna do a little bit of a quickie here. I'm gonna pull out Panda Express. I'm gonna put it right next to Chipotle because, quite honestly, in my opinion, they're almost like similar in a way, or at least similar in food I like. All right. I love Panda Express and I love Chipotle. All right. I don't eat there very often because I don't have self-control. But Panda Express is pretty good. Chipotle is pretty good, and they're up there, man. I don't know if I'd say I'd have standards. I'd say that I like a lot of food, and both these can give me a lot of food. That's why I like them. We're gonna go with one that I've only basically smelt. All right, less than taste. Chick-fil-A. All right, Chick-fil-A. I've heard so much about Chick-fil-A my entire life. I have Chick-fil-A has been around my life for so long. It's unreal. All right, I've got family members that are addicted to it. I've got like the advertisement campaigns down my throat. I've got friends who swear to eat this stuff every day, all day. And quite honestly, I have never eaten it. However, I've been around it. And I've only ever heard really, really good things about it. Now, they're gonna get docked a little bit because of some allegations in the past. But that's the only reason why they're getting a little bit docked. I'm not gonna go over them. If you really want to look it up, just literally do Chick-fil-A allegations. You'll probably figure it out. So they're gonna be an A as well because I've only ever heard good things about them. All right, I've never heard a single person who's eaten there say, "Man, I don't like Chick-fil-A. I've eaten there; it's not that great." I've had people that have said they've eaten there and it's good. It's pretty good, you know. And they don't all give me their raving reviews, but nobody's ever told me it's bad. And that right there is already in the A tier. Prices, in this day and age, I really can't even judge a place by price, because everything's expensive. Unfortunate. Truly unfortunate. You really want my opinion on that. Churches. Okay, we're gonna go into the chicken places because there's a lot of these chicken places I don't eat at. Church's Chicken. All right, Church's Chicken. Never eaten at Church's Chicken. However, and I don't actually hear a lot about Church's Chicken, so it's already gonna be down there a little bit. It's not on my notoriety list if I'm gonna be rating it by the book. However, Church's Chicken, I do know a few people that have eaten it, alright? And they've told me it's pretty good chicken, alright? They didn't give me the raving reviews, kind of the same thing as like Chick-fil-A, but they said it was pretty good. However, I have heard, alright, that there can be bad chicken at Church's Chicken. And that right there already leads me down to the route of putting it into the B or the C tier. Because I hate the colors, and solely because I hate the colors, the yellow with the red, it does something to my eyes I don't like. It feels like an inverse Carl's Jr.'s logo. It's gonna stay in C next to the checkers and A and W. I'm sure I just insulted a ton of Church's Chicken fan people by doing that, alright? But honestly, the colors hurt the eyes. They hurt the eyes. It has nothing to do with race. It's all about color, though. We're going down. We're getting Raising Cane's, man. Another place I, of course, never eaten at. However, I've been next to one, so I know what they look like in real life. And they quite honestly look like every other fast food place that exists. Now, I have friends who swear by Cane's, Raising Cane's. Alright, so I know about it. It's kind of on the same level as almost Chick-fil-A. Yeah, see, a lot of people say good things about Raising Cane's. So and their colors hurt my eyes a little bit less. Uh, and I don't know. There's something about the name. Maybe it's because Cain is in the Bible and he's supposed to be the bad guy, and for some reason that really rings in my ear as like the badass chicken place. It's going up an A, but I've never eaten there. Like I said, I've been next to one. I know what they look like. They're like every fast food place that exists. But like I said, I got friends that swear by it. And I've had nobody tell me that it's bad. It's kind of on this, like I said, same level of Chick-fil-A. It ain't S. Nothing's been an S yet. You're gonna find out that I'm very critical. Here, let me get a drink of water. I saw that. I'll drink some water. Mid-rant water chug. Alright. So yeah, Cane's, I'm putting it at A. Never had it, but I'm assuming it's pretty good. Church's is really getting beaten up in this list just because of their colors, and solely because of their colors. Del Taco. I have had Del Taco. Del Taco is alright. Alright. Again, Del Taco is kind of on that level of places that's never really quite disappointed me, but it's never really super impressed me. Now here's the thing. D tier? No, see, it's not D tier in my mind. D tier is definitely in the C for me. Because it's kind of on that level of taco. See, here's the thing. I could judge places by their food types and my favorite types of food. Which my favorite types of food would be a burger, but as you can tell in this list, I'm being very judgmental. And there isn't even a single burger place up on the top of the list. Because I'm going more for, if I'm in the mood for taco, Del Taco is on that list of places I would go for a taco. Alright? If it's an option. Del Taco, it's on there. It's kind of on the same level of Checkers and A&W. I would eat there, but there's probably better options out there. And that's just how it is. That's Del Taco. Denny's, alright? Now we're getting into the high-tier stuff. The high-tier stuff that I love with a passion. Denny's. As I mentioned before, I love sit-down restaurants, alright? I love what feels like a sit-down, what doesn't feel like a fast food place. It feels like I'm meant to, go here, get a cup of coffee, maybe read the newspaper, I love Denny's, man. And unfortunately, the Denny's near me closed down and got demolished because of mold. So maybe it was all an illusion and I was just hallucinating from the mold. I read more often than you probably think. So maybe my Denny's memories are a little bit delusional because of, the mold making me hallucinate. But I love Denny's. Denny's is up there. It's not impressive food, alright? Denny's isn't gonna make you go, wow, I love this. It isn't gonna make you go, wow, this is great. You read with me every Wednesday when we do those when we do the news reports. Yeah, I read those live. It's not gonna impress you. It's not gonna make you. That's why it's not S. Alright, it's up in the A. It's not an S. It's an A. Because the food could be more impressive. The food could be more impressive. But it's breakfast. I can't hate breakfast. And I love Denny's. I love the style of Denny's. I love the feel of Denny's. I hate it when it's packed. But, everyone hates kids. So that's usually how that goes. Domino's Pizza. We're finally getting out of this generic little circle here. We're going into Domino's Pizza. Now, I am a huge pizza fan. Alright, I love pizzas. And I honestly think I could call myself a little bit of a pizza connoisseur. Alright? Not what you probably thought I was going to say. A pizza connoisseur. Alright? I do love pizzas. Domino's Pizza, they have changed up their recipe. They're better than they used to be. Early Domino's would have been an easy D or C. Alright? Early Domino's sucked. Alright? Now Domino's, still not that great. Never really been impressed. Maybe it's the sauce. Maybe it's the way I feel about Domino's. It's going in the B. It's not bad. It's on the... I could definitely, like... I'm choosing food, and I'm like, I don't want to leave my hotel room, or whatever, and I'm looking at Carl's Jr., thinking, it's down the street, or I can just get a Domino's pizza. They're kind of on the same level, alright? Would I sit in my hotel room and eat the whole pizza? Yes, for sure. That's an easy choice. Dairy Queen. Here's where my real biases are going to start coming out, alright? With Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, alright? People love Dairy Queen. Me, on the other hand, their ice cream is the only thing saving them. For me. Their food, is F tier, alright? Anything other than their ice cream, honestly, is F tier. Now, keep in mind, I have friends and family who swear by Dairy Queen food. Alright? Not me. It's not for me. People love it. I don't. I feel like every time I've been to Dairy Queen and I've gotten food, it feels like something I could have just gotten at Walmart in the freezer section and then made it at home. So, Dairy Queen's sticking down in that D, and that's where they're going to stay. Ooh, here comes one of those that I really do kind of like. Firehouse subs. If you've never eaten at a Firehouse subs, I do kind of recommend it. Alright? They're not going to blow your mind. They're not going to blow your mind, but they're pretty good, in my opinion. Firehouse, they make decent subs. And kind of like on the same level of like, you know, Jersey Mike's. You can get some pretty good food. I do see Jersey Mike's down there, which is going to most likely be rated above Firehouse subs. Alright? Firehouse subs... honestly, up there in the B. Oh, I don't know about that. I almost want to put it in A, but I feel like it's gonna stay down in the B because it's kind of on the same level as those other ones. Firehouse subs is honestly pretty good. Personally, I'd put it in a high B, low A. But you can't do mid tiers because it's not quite Domino's pizza level, but it's not quite Denny's. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's going to stick around. Firehouse subs, I'd recommend it if you want my recommendations. So since I said Jersey Mike's, let's pop up with Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's, easy A for me. I do like Jersey Mike's, alright? I've had Jersey Mike's a few times. I've never really been disappointed with Jersey Mike's. Again, they do have some things... that could be better. Never been to Jersey Mike's. Quite honestly, it's pretty good. If you want a sub and you want it to taste good, and you can get different types, like you can get meaty hot subs or cold subs, you know, kind of like a Subway, but better. You know what I'm saying? In actual Jersey, yeah. I don't actually know how that goes around in actual Jersey. But the Jersey Mike's up here is good. They got good quality. They got good quality assurance. I think that's their big thing. And it's good food. Good subs. Never been disappointed with the Jersey Mike's, and therefore it's going up in the A tier. Because they've actually impressed me a little bit. That's hard. That's hard to do. We're coming back down with IHOP. Now here's going to be a really big biased one again. IHOP, quite honestly, I know I got Denny's up here, but IHOP isn't as good, alright? And let me explain. Every time I've been to IHOP, I've been disappointed, alright? Whether it be staff, food, you know, price. I know I just said I can't blame on price, but IHOP honestly is one of those places that's kind of been it's never really done anything amazing for me. It's almost on the level of Burger King, honestly. However, it is breakfast. Alright, and what did I say with Denny's? You can't hate breakfast. Alright? It's just one of those things you can't do. You can't hate breakfast. I'm drinking water. So, in light of not hating breakfast, I'm gonna have to put that in a solid D. All right. IHOP, you're there. You could be better. All right. The International House of Burgers was a dumb ad campaign. And I hope you guys regret it. But as I've said before, maybe it's because I always try to eat at IHOP on a Sunday, but for some reason, IHOP just I don't know. It's always disappointed. I like the idea of IHOP, but like I said, it's never followed through. So therefore, it goes down in the D. A bit of a controversial one, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's go for something I've never been to. Bojangles. Is that another chicken place? I'm gonna Google it. I'm Googling it in another tab. Bojangles. I've heard a lot about Bojangles. I'm reading and speaking at the same time. I have, however, never eaten at Bojangles. However, looking at Bojangles, I'm looking at pictures of Bojangles. This stuff looks pretty mid, to be totally honest with you. This looks like the real mid-tier Checkers A&W style chicken, alright? Del Taco chicken, you know what I'm saying? It's really mid. I wouldn't say it's Church's because I'm thinking Church's is probably actually better. And also, it kind of goes on the same level as Church's. This weird yellow and red hurts my eyes. Like, it's the dark red with the weird pea yellow. Unlike Denny's, which is kind of a softer red with the pea yellow. But, if I'm basing it off this football of an image and the pictures I just saw on Google, Bojangles looks pretty mid, so therefore it's gonna stick in that C. It's gonna stick in the C. Because honestly, it didn't look that impressive. And when it doesn't look impressive, that means they're doing something wrong, alright? Baja Fresh Mexican Grill. I'm gonna have to look this one up too. I've never even seen a Baja. I've seen a Bojangles. Baja Fresh Mexican Grill. Alright. Alright. Hold up. Baja Fresh. Looking a little better than mid. Alright. Ooh. The water's hitting back. Ain't gonna lie. Baja Fresh looking pretty Baja Fresh. For real. Whether it is just the ads that I'm seeing. I'm trying to find a picture of someone's real food. Which is apparently harder than it sounds. Okay, that's real food. Honestly, Baja, I'm gonna say it over. Baja Fresh, it looks decent. It looks decent. It looks like a place I would eat at and go back to again. Therefore, Baja Fresh is definitely going into the B. Alright, because it looks good. I do like the look of Mexican food, sue me. But it looks good. It looks good. It definitely looks better than the mid Bojangles chicken. All right, that's just a fact. I don't know what this is. A sub shop. Blimpie. Blimpie, America's sub shop. Okay, Google, here we come. We're Googling Blimpie. Apparently big enough to be corrected by Google. Blimpie subs. Alright, Blimpie subs. Okay, the ads look good. They got good looking ads. Already better than Bojangles. But it does it look that way in real life? I would like to know. Blimpie's looks like a Subway. If you really want my opinion. And because I'm basing that mainly off of basing it off of a Subway, and I do actually enjoy Subway. We're gonna get to that after this one because I'm thinking of Subway now. Blimpie for sure is gonna end up probably being in the B tier because it's not quite Jersey Mike's, but it's probably on the level of Firehouse subs. And I'm a sucker for subs. They're easy and good. They're tasty. So Blimpie's going in the B tier for beautiful. All right. And since I know Subway's down here, let's go over Subway real quick. Subway, even though they made a huge mistake hiring Jared. Subway is pretty good. All right. Not only can you get a sub your way, just like almost every sub shop nowadays, it's usually pretty good stuff. And now that they've upped their quality recently, all right. But I'm basing this on the overall. Subway always been pretty good around here. All right, we don't get the old meat, the old veg like other places get. But you get the tuna salad sub? I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could. Walmart Subway? Honestly, the Walmart Subways that I've been to have been pretty decent. I've never really been disappointed with a Subway. Now, do I think it's better than Firehouse subs? Do I think it's better than Jersey Mike's? No, honestly, I don't. So it's gonna go into the B tier. It's going in the B tier along with all these other places that I do actually normally eat at when I'm going somewhere. These are like my special, like Chipotle and Panda Express and Denny's. I can't go to Denny's anymore, but these are the places I go to if I'm feeling fresh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's going into the B tier for sure. I don't see that going any higher than that. Cookout. All right, we're getting into another one that I've never heard of. So let me open up the Google. Cookout. Tell me about Cookout Restaurant, but show me in images because I don't want to actually see a description. Alright, I'm looking at Cookout. It looks an awful lot like every single fast food restaurant ever. It looks like a relatively mid burger. Actually, it almost looks a little worse. That's actually looking like, actually where I put it might be exactly where it's at. Because that'd be looking like A&W, every fast food burger ever on the planet. Even though I'm seeing images saying best fast food in the South. I don't know. Cookout kind of looking like maybe a slightly better. There is going to be an S tier. I can guarantee you there will be at least one S tier because I can see it. There's going to be a couple S tiers actually because I know them and I love them. However, Cookout, going in C. Never eaten there. Probably never will. Let's go on to Long John Silver's. So, if you've ever eaten at a Long John Silver's, and I hope we've had the same experience, I've eaten at a Long John Silver's a few times. The only good thing on the menu, in my honest opinion, is the Hush Puppies. Alright? And because of that, I'm actually going to have to put Long John Silver's down the F tier. Now, I'm sure I just offended somebody, because I know there's people who live by Long John Silver's. This is my experience, though. And in my experience, I've just never been impressed. Alright, maybe it's because I'm not a fish person. But I do like fish, so I really can't say that's what it is. I don't know. Long John Silver's is kind of on the same level of Burger King for me, and that's unfortunate for Long John Silver fans. I hope you get the help you need. Sad nuclear family food. Honestly, it's a little bit better. It's more like if I were to go get frozen fish sticks from Walmart. That's kind of what Long John Silver's feels like to me. And like I said, their Hush Puppies are the only good thing on the menu. Sorry, not sorry. El Polo Loco. All right. Want to be real with you? Never been to an El Polo Loco. El Polo Loco. Let me see what you got. El Polo Loco. They got good picks. Got pretty good looking picks. El Polo Loco looks like a place I would definitely eat at. It's Mexican food, I think, by the looks of all these pictures. Looks like a place I would love. Honestly. Trying to find some real pictures of it. The real pictures of their food, it looking actually pretty fresh, honestly. It's looking a lot like Although I hate the colors, because they're doing the same thing. They're doing this stupid eye-catching red and blue, oh my god, I'm having a stroke from it. This red and yellow that Bojangles, Churches, Denny's, why? Why bright colors? I know it's supposed to be eye-catching. I hate it. This looks pretty good, alright? As you'll notice, I kind of like Mexican food. It looks good. It looks good. I'll tell you what, man. It looks okay. It looks pretty good. Chicken is super greasy. That means I freaking love it, dude. I love greasy chicken. Which brings me to KFC. Alright? This is going to be a controversial take, for sure. Because I know people who die by the Colonel and people who want to kill the Colonel. And quite honestly, this is going to be a big one. This one's probably going to make you hate me a little bit. It's going to make you hate me a little bit. I can see by the message you're sending, it's going to make me hate. You're going to hate me. KFC, it's up there. It's up there. I love KFC. Sue me. Would I eat at KFC every day? No. Does KFC... Yeah, see. Does KFC have to be... Does KFC have to be fresh? Yes. Does it have to... KFC is good. I don't care who you are. The Colonel knew what he was doing when he made that chicken. It's greasy. It's tasty. It's tender. It's good chicken. I've never had bad chicken at KFC. Have fun with one viewer? Yeah, myself. Let's go to something less controversial, like Noodles and Company. Noodles and Company is up there for me. If you ever eaten at a Noodles and Company, if you haven't, I'd recommend it. Yeah, welcome back. Now we're on a different subject. Just ignore this red blotch up here. You don't have to look at it. Noodles and Company. If you've never eaten at a Noodles and Company, I recommend it. It's good stuff. Alright. There's something special about it. And maybe it's the fact that, like, their big thing is noodles. And that's a little bit special to me. Am I gonna say it's, like, A tier? Nah. It ain't that good. But it's good. It's definitely in the B. Would I eat there if this was in my choices? Sounds a little dodgy. Honestly, I was a little bit sketched out the first time I went there too, but after eating there, trying the food, and knowing what it tastes like, and like the experience and all that, ooh, excuse me, Noodles and Company's pretty good. And maybe it's because they make their noodles like I would, by just putting noodles in a bowl, and then throwing the sauces on it and everything, and just saying, here you go, eat it. And I love that. It just does it for me. Noodles and Company does it for me. That's just one of those places. All right, let's get on to something that might also be controversial. Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's. Okay, you've seen the commercials. Freaky fast delivery. That's a lie. All right, it's regular ass delivery. Jimmy John's, definitely down there. It's down there. Or if you're noticing the trend here, all right, if you have a circle logo, there's a 50-50 chance you're at the bottom or the top, all right? Like, ovals, you're mid, all right? Ovals are mid. No, Jimmy John's, honestly, subpar sub shop. Maybe that's just because the ones around me, we don't take Jimmy John's seriously around here or something. But honestly, it feels like I can make a Jimmy John's sub better than Jimmy John's. And I think that says a lot. Let me get the water. No, Jimmy John's, it's honestly, I've been utterly disappointed every time I've gotten it. The subs haven't been good, and I just don't know why it exists. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know why it exists. Let's go for something I don't know. Penn Station Coast subs. All right, we're Googling it because I've never heard of this before, and it sounds like a gas station. Okay, I googled Penn Station. Of course, I got the actual Penn Station. Strange. I don't know why I didn't expect that because I knew it existed. Penn Station subs. Okay, the ads look fire. I won't lie to you. The ads look good. However, the real life subs looking real mid. Well, I take that back a little bit less mid. They do look like half decent subs. Because I don't know nothing about it, and given just by sheer looks alone, I'm gonna have to give it like, I'm gonna move it up to a B on the list. All right, it's going up to the B with the Noodles and Company because it looks like a place I would like. They look like they make some pretty good greasy subs. I'm all about that. I'm all about the greasy sub. Yeah, it's going up there. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. What can I say? I've never eaten there. I don't know nothing about it. Little Caesars. All right. So if you've never eaten a Little Caesars pizza, congratulations. You've probably dodged a bullet. All right. Now, I'm gonna do something maybe a tiny bit controversial. It's not going straight to F. Ooh, S tier pizza. I'm sorry. Little Caesars. Quite honestly, it's down there for me. I'm sorry. It's cheap pizza. All right, it's cheap pizza. See, I can understand enjoying it because of nostalgia, but it's cheap pizza, and that's the thing. And maybe it feels a little bit controversial because I put Checkers above this, and Checkers was also cheap burger. But Little Caesars is cheap pizza. I've never been immediately impressed with it. I feel like every time I've had Little Caesars pizza, it's been pretty disappointing. All right, and I've had Little Caesars an awful lot. Fun fact, Little Caesars does this fundraising thing where they give a build-your-own pizza kit, but you have to do it for charity. You can only do it in charity runs. The build-your-own pizza kit supposedly uses the same ingredients they use at Little Caesars, but for some reason, it tastes a million times better. Don't ask me why. I haven't figured it out myself. If I could buy those kits and just get them from Little Caesars and build my pizzas at home, Little Caesar probably would be up in the S. But because I can't do that, it's got to go down in the D. Sorry, not sorry. Next one, Jolly Bee. I gotta Google Jolly Bee real quick because I've never heard of it. You know, it's not one of those places that sounds fake. It's chicken. It's chicken. All right. There's so much chicken. There's always chicken. Every place has to be chicken. Jolly Bee. Given these pictures I'm seeing, they're advertising. They're not doing good. They're not doing good. Here's the problem. Their ads look bad, which means their chicken's probably pretty mid. It's probably going up with Bojangles, for sure. I don't know I've never eaten at a Jollibee's. Why would your mascot look like this when you do chicken? I've got a lot of questions for him. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the members. Yeah, the Little Caesars is D tier. I gave a nice long explanation of why I put Little Caesars down there. I explained in detail why it could be S tier, but why it's not. And then it put it in D. We went for Jollibee, and I'm putting it in mid because I don't know nothing about it. But from the look of it, it looks pretty mid, and it looks on the level of Bojangles, and that's where it's going to go. Go for another one I don't know. Moe's, I've heard about it. I've actually heard about Moe's, but I'm going to look it up as well, just to see what their food looks like. Moe's Southwest Grill. Show me what you got, Moe's. Moe's looks thick. Like, they make a thick burrito. I ain't gonna lie, Moe's looks an awful lot like something I would get at Chipotle. Chipotle. Looks like something I would get at Chipotle. And Moe's is up on that level of looking like something I would get there. So Moe's, honestly, you're going up into the A tier. Because you look like something I would eat and I would love. And that's just a fact, Jack. Alright? Let's go for something else I never heard of. Skyline. Skyline. Can't read that. I'm gonna Google it. Skyline. I searched Skyline, and the first thing I got was R34. Skyline Restaurant. This place must not be very popular. Ooh, but this looks like a place I would vibe with hard. Alright? All these pictures look like a place I vibe on a daily. It looks like I don't know if they all look like this, but I'm seeing like almost a little bit of a retro oldies diner, all right? And that's a huge vibe for me, all right? The end of this, I will add one. I got one that's not on the list right now, but I'm gonna add it later. I will not forget, because it's ingrained in my memory. But Skyline looking pretty good, looking pretty fly. Skyline, you going up here in the B's with everyone else? Because I can't quite give you an A because I don't know what your food looks like and you didn't have anything on there. Nobody knows what you are. Therefore, you're gonna be in the B due to that mystery. Alright. Now we're going to PDQ Chicken. I've heard of PDQ Chicken. Never seen one in real life. I've only ever heard of it. So we're gonna use the old gargler again. I'm gonna Google PDQ. PDQ looking pretty good on ads. Looking pretty mid in real life. PDQ on that mid-level of chicken-looking strips. So, the Zuck fries. PDQ, I'm gonna have to give it the old, it's gonna stick in the C's. PDQ S tier, I'm sorry, man. Basing off of looks, solely off looks, I've never eaten any PDQs. Their chicken strips looking pretty mid on the websites or on the places I'm looking. All right, it's another stinking chicken place. All right, it looking a little bit better than Bojangles. We'll actually put it up above that. We'll put it in B. All right, because it looks better. It looks better than Bojangles. All right, I'll give it that. But it doesn't look that great. And it doesn't look like chicken that I would just, like, I look at that chicken and go, that looks like chicken. You know what I'm saying? I look at it and I say, man, that looks like a slightly better Walmart chicken nugget. You know what I'm saying? You can hate me all you want. I'll tell you how it is, man. I'll tell you how it is. Quiznos, man. Below KFC, for sure. You want my humble opinion, you get my humble opinion, alright? Quiznos. We're on to Quiznos. We're on to Quizzies. You ever eaten at a Quiznos? Quiznos, honestly, ain't that bad. Quiznos is alright. Quiznos, actually, it's going up here in the B tier. It's going next to PDQ. Quiznos is pretty good. Their ads, horrific, alright? Maybe that's why I know about Quiznos, but every time I've eaten at Quiznos, it's been alright. You know what I'm saying? I'd go there. I maybe, like, if I had a choice between Carl Jr. and Quiznos. No, it's going down in C, actually. It's going down in C because because I would definitely choose Carl's Jr. over over Quiznos any day. That's just how it is, man. I would not go to Quiznos if there was a Carl's Jr. next door. Quiznos good though. I have enjoyed it. It is on the level of maybe Checkers over here, or like a Del Taco. I'd vibe it if it's all I had. You know what I'm saying? We're going for another. There's so many chicken places. Why does every place have to serve chicken? Zaxby's. All right. Another one of those places I have 100% heard about. a million times. Like, million bazillion times. And I will tell you, I've seen pictures of Zaxby's, and Zaxby's looks pretty busted. Alright, Zaxby's looks good. So I'm putting it in B tier. Never eaten there, so I don't know what it actually tastes like. But I've heard a lot about it. I've heard good things about it. And it looks good. Alright, it's up there because of that. We're going for... Oh, geez, there's so many of these. I don't even know how many we've gone through, but it feels like I've done 100 of these already. Let's go for Schlashkies. Alright. Now, this really sings home to my heritage. Schlashkies. Alright. I gotta Google, though, because I've never actually eaten there. Schlashkies. It sounds good, though. Oh, yeah. Schlashkies, man. They got those sandwiches, man. They got the big old honking sandwiches. What's it look like in real life, though? Let me see a real-life picture of Schlashkies. Oh, my God. I'm dying. Alright. It looking pretty good in real life, too, actually. Schlashkies, they look like they've got something, and they stuck with it. You know what? Actually, Schlashkies, you looking pretty good. I'm actually gonna stick you up here because you look like you make a sandwich I would vibe on a good day. I would go there for sure. So I'm gonna put Schlashkies up here. Bakery Cafe, nothing gave me that vibe when I looked at it, but it looked good. So that's where it's going. Let's go for another one I have heard of, but never been to. The Taco Cabana. Now, I have heard really mixed reviews on Taco Cabana. Alright. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. I've never eaten there myself, but I've heard about it. Because of the sheer mixed reviews I've gotten, Taco Cabana's gonna have to stick with C right now. Because it's kind of on that level of, like, I've heard good and bad things about Checkers. I've heard good and bad things about Taco Cabana. Alright? I've heard good and bad things about Quiznos. Alright? I've heard absolutely almost nothing about Bojangles, but I know it exists. You know. Taco Cabana, you're going in the mid-tier because of that. Alright. Who else do we got? Roy Rogers. Besides for sounding like One Piece knockoff, or, you know, be the real Roy Rogers, I suppose. I guess One Piece is the knockoff. Roy Rogers Restaurant. I gotta Google this one because I've never heard of it in my life. And it might not actually exist. Roy Rogers. Hold up. They got some old advertisements. Roy Rogers. Alright. It looks like one of those places that would overhype the burger and underdeliver. Alright. I got a feeling that's an extremely accurate description of Roy Rogers. Looks like one of those places that would show you like a 4-pound burger. Every single one of these ads looks like they're from the 1700s. If you want my full opinion, the pictures I saw of Roy Rogers. Alright. Roy Rogers looks a lot like Johnny Rockets around here. I don't even think that's an option down here. Which Johnny Rockets it's pretty good. However, you know what? It's gonna go in B tier because it looks like that kind of place that I would like. But if it wouldn't be quite, it's kind of a lower B tier. All right. I would probably choose these options before I choose Roy Rogers, but I would choose it over all of these options before that. That's where it's gonna stick. Let's go for another one I've heard a lot about, and that's Wawa. All right. I have heard about this place in every context. All right. Wawa looking an awful lot like, you know, is Wawa like a real gas station thing? Because I feel like I've only ever heard of it in the context of a gas station. All right. So I've got that real vibe of it being gas station food. Can I get context on that? I'm Googling it right now. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm Googling it. Okay, Wawa. Every single Wawa looks like a gas station for sure. All right. It looks like So I'm gonna. It's getting in that same place as its gas station food. So Wawa, you're actually gonna stay down in D, solely because you only look like a gas station, and you know, you don't look that great. I'm sorry. Ah shit, damn. Sheets. Another place I've almost never heard of, but it sounds like Sheets might. God, that almost sounds like a gas station place too. Now that I'm thinking about it. Here, let me Google it. Okay, I'm looking at pictures of Sheets. 95% of these are gas stations. I think I'm 100% right on this one. Sheets does look like a gas station. Made to order Sheets. Always open Sheets. Gas pumps, gas pumps, gas pumps, gas pumps. Alright. Sheets. You think you've recovered from the PDQ rating? You'll never recover from it. We're talking about Sheets now and Wawa. Alright, found out they're basically the same place. I've Googled both of them, never been to either of these. Wawa, I kind of knew was a gas station. Sheets, I didn't know was a gas station, but it gave off the vibe. So these two, they're gas stations. Alright, and because they're gas station food, they're in D. I've never eaten at them, so I can't quite give them the F. But, it's D tier. What's D tier? Wawa top tier? It looks like a gas station. It looks like a gas station. And gas station food just ain't top tier. You ever heard of Chester's Chicken? You ever heard of Chester's Chicken? Alright? Chester's Chicken is like strictly gas station chicken. Alright? It's not originally a gas station. They should have thought about that before making it a gas station. Because I'm associating it. I am associating it with gas station food. You can fight me all you want. You asked for this. You're gonna get it. So Wawa and Sheets are on the same level, in my opinion. You can fight me all you want. I'll throw fists. Follow up fight stream. Schedule it. We'll be the new fight streamers. Torchy's Tacos. Again. Another place I've never heard of in my life. A tier stream where you correct the tier. We could do that. I gotta search up Torchy's Tacos though, because I'm really curious. Torchy's Tacos. Again, it sounds like one of those places that aren't really that big. Torchy's Tacos. The pictures are looking like I would give myself a heart attack overeating everything on the menu. Torchy's Tacos, looking pretty fire, going in the B. Alright. I do like the little devil dude. This logo right here so far, one of the few logos that feels cheesy enough, but actually kind of works with what it is. Torchy's Tacos. The rest of them, I mean, some of them are a little bit weird, but what can you do? I don't work for these people. Swenson's. Swenson's sounds like another gas station. Swenson's. Googling. Swenson's. Swenson's. I don't see any gas pumps. This looks like what I would call, what is the name of it up here? I can't think of the name of it. I don't see it on the list. It's not Whataburger. It's we have a place up here. I eat at it once in a while. This looks exactly like it. the real burgers look fire, and they look awesome. It's like a drive-through. I can kind of vibe with that. Swenson's, you're going up there in the B. There's a lot of B's today. You're gonna find out I like to lump everything into one area. Swenson's looking good though. It's burger time, by the way. I just thought of it. It's burger time. That's what we have. Burger time is awesome. Up there. Awesome. Popeyes. Here's another controversial one. Little do you know, I've eaten at Popeyes a couple times. I've eaten at the Popeyes up here in the north, and I've eaten at a Popeyes down in the south. They were exactly the same. Absolutely no different. Alright? And in my humbled opinion of having both of these, Popeyes chicken was pretty mid. Unfortunately for people who live by Popeyes chicken, I don't get it. Popeyes chicken did not impress me. Their spicy chicken just wasn't really popping. All right. Every other chicken I've ever had at Popeyes, it's been all right, but it hasn't impressed me. I'd put it above DQ chicken for real though. That's not hard though. And I do not feel bad at all lumping Popeyes with Quiznos, Bojangles, Del Taco, and Church's Chicken, and Checkers and A&W. So that's where it's gonna stick, is in the C. Popeyes, Louisiana. If that's really what you're basing your chicken off of, you gotta do better. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. You guys have to have better chicken than that. It cannot be Louisiana or Popeyes. They can't be speaking for all ya. Someone had to not get the memo, is what I'm saying. They're ridiculous. Sbarro's. Isn't Sbarro's pizza? I'm Googling it. I feel like I've heard of Sbarro's more than a few times. Sbarro. Tell me about Sbarro. Images. Yep, pizza. So I was pretty sure I heard about Sbarro's. Alright. New York style pizza. I can see NYC on the thing. Sbarro, they got a pretty fresh looking logo. If you'll notice, in my B tier, not a single one of these has a colored background. All right, and maybe there's some logic behind that, because Sbarro's is going up there, because it looks like pretty good pizza, but all these logos in the middle, none of them are. They all have white backgrounds. Maybe I'm a visual eater. All right, maybe I am, but Sbarro's, it looks like it's about that good. It doesn't look like it's up there. It looks like it might be on the level of Domino's. All right. Maybe someone out there disagrees with me, and they certainly can. Steak and Shake. I have heard about Steak and Shake. I've never eaten at a Steak and Shake, so we're gonna Google Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake. It's looking relatively mid, maybe a little bit better than mid. Now, here's the thing about places that make their entire base around food and milkshakes. Milkshakes, they're fading out of relevancy, and I'm sorry for the companies that have made their entire identity about milkshakes. Milkshakes just aren't cool anymore, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the reality check that these fast food places had to get. You messed up making your entire identity around a milkshake. People have found out how bad they are for you. Like, they're worse than the burger you're feeding them. The milkshake is actually pure sugar, and it's just going to give you a heart attack if you do more than one a week, one a month probably. So I'm going to put that up there with Popeyes. Steak and Shake, you're probably pretty good, but you kind of made your identity a little bit too niche, and that's the problem. All right, you probably have really good steak burgers. You probably have really good shakes, but it's not my thing. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. Wiener Schnitzel. All right, this one's gonna probably be a little bit controversial too, but I'm gonna Google it anyways because maybe I'm wrong. No, this isn't going to be controversial. I am 100% wrong initially. Now, looking at this, honestly, a place that does, like, entirely just looks like regular plain hot dogs with stuff on it, they gotta have something else other than that. That can't be all they do, right? Chili cheese dogs, corn dogs, they do have brats, alright. They do kind of spice it up. Alright. But the stuff. You know, Wiener Schnitzel, honestly, it looks like a place that if I was drunk, and I was walking around, and I walked by it, and I tripped over my foot, and I went, oh man, and then got up and was like, you know, I am kind of hungry. I would walk into and maybe buy a couple hot dogs and mac them down pretty good. But, would I stop by one if I saw it on the side of the road? Nah. So yeah, I feel pretty good at putting that in a C. It don't really vibe with me too good. Another one, Shake Shack. Shake Shack. I've heard a lot about Shake Shack. I think I have actual family members that live near Shake Shacks, and they eat there quite regularly. I, on the other hand, have little experience with Shake Shack. Because of what I know of Shake Shack, it's gonna go in the C tier, because I've never seen anything super impressive about it, and from the few things I have seen, it looks like relatively mid burgers. So, C tier Shake Shack goes. I do notice there's no Cracker Barrel here. That feels like a big no-no. Anyways, Wingstop. Now, I know there's people out there who can't live without their wings. And I know Wingstop is like one of their big deals. I will admit, Wingstop does have good sauce selection. Alright? Give them the benefit of the doubt here. However, with any place that dedicates itself to wings, much like Buffalo Wild Wings did at one point and still technically does, but they have diversified their menu. Sorry if you heard a loud squeak, that was my fault. Wingstop, honestly, very mid. I don't know, it's wings. I like wings, but there's better places to get wings than Wingstop. There's probably people out there that 100% disagree with that opinion, but they need to get out more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. You gotta get out more, if that's what you truly think. All right, let's go with let's give the big M. McDonald's. McDonald's. Everyone knows about McDonald's. It's not gonna impress you. It's plain fast food. Is it better than Burger King? Yes, I'm sorry to tell you, it's better than Burger King. It's actually better. It's actually in the mid tier. McDonald's is better than, honestly, all these options that I actually rated, not these two because I've never eaten there. McDonald's is actually C tier, and I'm sorry for anybody who disagrees with that. Drinking water. I'm sorry for anybody who disagrees with that, because honestly, McDonald's has honestly really good food. I'm not gonna say it's really good. Okay, I should really correct myself here. They have really good in comparison to other places below it. Obviously, Wawa and Sheetz could be can change. All right, if I actually ate there. But McDonald's, honestly, better than Dairy Queen. All right, better than Arby's. I'm sorry, Arby's. You really getting the butt end of this deal today. Better than Burger King. Better than Long John Silver's, and better than Jimmy John's. And that's honestly, in my opinion, a straight fact. Is it better than Popeyes? Maybe. Is it better than Wingstop? No. Is it better than Checkers? It's probably on par with Checkers, to be honest with you. And maybe that's why this is a correlation here for me. They're probably on par. Woo! Alright. You know what? Let's spice this up. Let's spice it up. Let's pull in Culver's. Alright? My homeboy Culver's. Slapping it with the goody-goody every time I've eaten there. Alright? Culver's bussin'. Culver's bussin'. I'll say it again. Culver's bussin'. And it's going to be the first thing that goes into S tier. Undeniably S tier in my humbled opinion. Culver's is delicious. Culver's never disappoints. They have a burger called the Butter Burger, man. Everything's called a Butter Burger. It's a stupid thing, but it's delicious. Alright? Undeniably the king of this tier list if you want a good, greasy, delicious burger. Alright? Culver's, they're doing it right. Alright? And unfortunately, for all these other guys, they're being overshadowed by the king, Culver's himself. Alright? Sir Culver's really invented something great here. This is an advertisement for Culver's, by the way. I would do it. Culver's is amazing. Alright? I don't care what it is. They impress me every time. And that's rare. That's rare. They impress me. They straight up, it's always something about Culver's that I go, that's good, that's good, that's good. And I almost want to get another one, but I can't because I'm full, but I might do it. So there you go, Culver's. If you wanted an opinion that might be overly critical, and some people might disagree with me on that Culver's isn't the super triple S tier restaurant that I think it is. But it's good. It's good. Culver's is bussin' for sure. We'll go with Panera Bread next. I've eaten at Panera Bread, and quite honestly, I enjoy Panera Bread. Panera Bread is getting sued right now for making a little girl die. All right, if you want to know more about that, Google it. But Panera Bread, that's a straight B for me. Actually, you know what? God, Panera, honestly, ooh, it's not quite an A tier. It's definitely a B tier, though. Panera is good. Okay, Panera's got good food. It's a little bit posh for my tastes, so I usually don't end up going to Panera Bread. I would like it if they changed their name or something, for sure. And maybe if they, Panera's good. Dude, Panera's good. Sue me, they make good food. I've never really been disappointed with a Panera Bread, man. The pizzas, they got good sandwiches. The Sicilian sandwiches is freaking amazing. They got good soup. I mean, come on, man. Panera's pretty good. It's definitely better than Checkers, A&W, and McDonald's. All right. And Panera, it's good though, man. You can't go get myself a croissant, you know. Go read up on the latest news article about Panera getting sued because they killed a little girl. Go get myself a twisted tea. It's not a twisted tea, the energized tea or whatever, the zippy tea or whatever they call it. It's good. It's good, man. It's good. I don't know what you want from me. I like it. Wendy's nuts. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Wendy's. Wendy's is definitely up there for burger places. It's on the level of Carl's Jr. in my opinion. Some people would disagree with me on that one, but honestly, Wendy's, they have nice juicy burgers. They've got something that'll give you a heart attack, and that's something I'm all in for. So Wendy's, man. Wendy's for sure is definitely a B. Alright, I don't know. They used to have like the whole ad campaign, like, we don't cut corners, that's why our burgers are square. And that honestly sings to me, and I don't know why. Sonic is a solid F tier. This just ruined someone's day. I know it did, because I know there's people who absolutely adore Sonic. I absolutely despise Sonic. All right. Actually, if I could put Sonic below Burger King, I would. Because every single time I've tried and I have tried to enjoy Sonic, I've gone there and it's been just an abysmal experience. Bad to inedible foods. All right. Their whole deal with like slushies and stuff or whatever it is, ices, I can't remember what they call them. Every single time it's been disgusting. Disgusting. Like not even like kind of bad. No. Downright impalatable. And I've several times. All right. It's like the level of the Mr. Beast burger thing. Honestly, that's every Sonic to me. I'm sorry for Sonic fans. I'm a Tails guy. Do me. Taco Bell. Taco Bell is definitely what I would consider the same thing as Del Taco. Of course, there's some people out there who are going to disagree with me on that one. But Taco Bell is definitely a mid taco place. There are better taco places. Quickly available. Probably less than 2 buildings down the road. There's a better taco place, for sure, than Taco Bell. Again, there's people who live by Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're doing, but there's better places. There are a million different better places than Taco Bell. It's mid though. It doesn't disappoint me. I know what I'm getting when I go to Taco Bell. It's the McDonald's of Mexican food, and that's why it's definitely going into the C tier, and that's where it's gonna stay. Qdoba. My God, it has been so long since I have ever actually eaten at a Qdoba that I actually don't even remember remotely what I got. And but I do remember it being pretty good. All right, here's the thing. Qdoba, it's definitely going in my B tier, because if there was a Qdoba around me, I would probably try to eat there at least once a year. All right, probably less, once every 2 years. I would try, though, to make an effort at some point to eat there, just to see if I can remember why I liked it. All right, because I remember liking it. So Qdoba is going in the B tier solely because I would like to try it again. Pizza the Hut. All right, Pizza the Hut. Pizza Hut is a little bit better than Domino's in my opinion, but that could also be a bias because there was a Pizza Hut somewhat near me, and I was kind of like, that's what I ate. But Pizza Hut, it's like I said, it's maybe a little bit better than Domino's. It's not gonna blow my mind for pizzas, kind of like Domino doesn't really blow my mind for pizza. Which you'll notice most of these pizza places, none of them really blow my mind. They don't have my pizza place here, and they never will because it's like a one-man shop. But anyways, Pizza Hut, definitely in that B tier. The only thing they do good is pizza. They don't do anything else good, and man, that's probably why it's really holding them back. Sorry for the guy that works there. White Castle. Here comes now probably another somewhat controversial take. I don't hate White Castle. I don't love White Castle. Alright? Because I know there's people out there, White Castle, best thing on earth. Other people, White Castle, you're trash. Me, White Castle, mid. Alright? It's another one of those things where, like, maybe if I was walking past it, and I was drunk, and I tripped, and I went, man, I'm hungry, but I don't want to keep walking, I'll go to the White Castle. You know what I'm saying? I'd go to the White Castle. Wings Over. Never heard of this place whatsoever, so I'm going to Google it. Wings Over. Wings Over. Wings Over. It looks... Is this CBD chicken? Excuse me? CBD... Okay. I'm sorry, guys. CBD chicken. CBD chicken wings. Oh, it's going right to the F. I'm sorry. That's... You know your fans. You know your fans when you're selling CBD chicken wings. And right there, that's going straight into an F. I'm sorry. That's so gimmicky, and it turns me off immediately when they do something like that. Honestly, almost disgusts me by the thought of it. They actually turn me off from ever wanting to try it because of that. It's not even like it's that big of a deal. But the portobellos are portillos. I'm gonna have to Google this one. Portillos. Looking pretty good. All right. They got really good pickies. I'd like to see some real pictures though, not the advertisement pictures. It's looking pretty mid. Portillos, man. I won't lie. They look like they could be a good White Castle, good Wiener Schnitzel kind of situation. If I was walking past it and I knew they were serving, I'd probably stop by. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's go for something a little bit more exciting. The Waffle House. If you've never eaten at a Waffle House, you're probably missing out, to be honest. Waffle Houses, they're either pretty good food or good entertainment, or you're getting beat up. Waffle House, honestly, it's up there in the B for me. Waffle House never disappointed me. They had good breakfast foods, which I think that's all they do is breakfast foods. But when I was a wild Florida man for about a month, it did it for me. The Waffle House, and it's definitely in the B's. Whataburger. I'm gonna have to update myself on what Whataburger was like because Whataburger was so long ago that I have to remind myself. All right, Whataburger. Yep, that is Whataburger. Okay. Whataburger, this one might be kind of controversial as well, because Whataburger, it's all about the branding, I think. It's going in the C for me. Whataburger's going in that C for me. Why? Because Whataburger kind of felt like McDonald's when I ate it. When I'm really thinking about it, it felt like McDonald's. Keep in mind, this is like 15 years ago. Trying something new. Whataburger didn't impress me. Alright, maybe it's different now. Maybe I just got a bad day. Whataburger was definitely a C for me, and that's just how it is. Potbelly subs or whatever it's called. Potbelly though. Okay, you never eaten at a Potbelly? Good, your wallet is probably safe. However, it's up there. It's in the A's. Potbelly is in the A's. Potbelly makes really good, very outrageously expensive food. All right, but it's delicious. All right, yeah, sandwiches. I remember getting a sandwich there, and I remember thinking, "Holy cow, this is so good! I want another one." But I'm pretty sure I already spent $15 on this one I got. But it's good. Potbelly is good, and I enjoyed it. And it's kind of a little bit funky nichey. And I'm kind of a hipster, so, that's how it is. Papa John's. Why has they got his face scratched out? Papa John's, oh, I hate to say it, never really was that great. I know their whole shtick is better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. But the poor man didn't understand what we wanted when we wanted hot, greasy, quick pizzas. And quite honestly, he just doesn't do it like Domino's and Pizza Hut does. Alright? They out-pizza the Hut. They didn't out-pizza the Hut. They just didn't do that great. I'm sorry about that, if that's controversial to some people. Papa John's, although they allowed me to put chicken nuggets on my pizza, just isn't that great. And it's definitely in the C tier, and there's other places I would get pizza from. Next, Jack in the Box. We're only down to 2 more. Jack in the Box. What do I think of Jack in the Box? Quite honestly, Jack in the Box, when I had it, was actually exactly where I just sat it. D tier. Jack in the Box was a little bit below what I would consider McDonald's. All right, it was kind of meh. It was kind of you know. I didn't get it. I didn't get the hype. I don't know why people were hyping it up for me, and maybe that's why it was so bad in my opinion. But it's down there, and that's where it's gonna stay. In-N-Out Burger. Excuse me. In-N-Out Burger is definitely a C tier. This probably is also pretty controversial. Alright. In-N-Out Burger just isn't that great. Alright. Some people will 100% disagree with me on that one. But honestly, when I had In-N-Out Burger, it was basically a McDonald's burger. I hate to say it. It was maybe a little bit better than McDonald's, but it definitely wasn't as good as other places that are above it. And that's just a fact. In-N-Out Burger is kind of, well, I don't know if it's cheap anymore, but it was kind of like the cheap, quick burger place. And that's why it's kind of going with the Checkers, the McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? It's staying in that area, and that's what it's going to do. That's where it's going to be. Last but not least, and I saved this one for a reason, because, believe it or not, Five Guys is S tier. Alright? If you disagree with me, I will fight you on that one. Alright? Five Guys is honestly better than Culver's. I'm going to put it above Culver's. Alright? Five Guys makes greasy, delicious, hot, fresh burgers. Alright? They just make it a greasy and good. If we still had a Five Guys that was near me, I would eat there too often. Alright? Fortunately, we don't, and that saves me from getting bigger than I already am. Alright? Five Guys, however, is S tier. Anybody who disagrees with that is lying to themselves. You're lying. You're lying. It's just a fact. You're lying. Five Guys is up there. Alright? It's above everything. It's better than chicken. It's better than the Mexican food. It's just a greasy, good burger. Greasy, good burger. Greasy, good. It's a greasy, delicious burger. And with that, we have my fantastic tier list. I will drink water right now. Give me a second. With that, we have my fantastic hope. But you didn't forget, did you? You didn't forget, did you? I said there was one more. And I'm not going to mention it until I pull it up. Alright? You can't know it. But this place, quite honestly, if there was a double S option, it would be up there. Alright? Hold on, let me just save this. Save image as. Save. Alright? You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it too. I'm gonna do this in I'm gonna do this in processing. Alright? Hold on. Main. Pick. Temp image. That's what I want. No, I don't want to open that. Browse. Desktop. This file that I can't mention because it leaks something. This one. Okay, pop it open. Here we go. Are you ready? You're gonna puke. You will have never heard of this place. All right, this place, I can guarantee you never heard of it, so you won't puke, because you won't know what it's about. However, it is triple S tier, fantastic, amazing, beautiful, and here it is. It is Kroll's Diner. All right. If you've never heard of Kroll's, I am so sorry. You have lived such a sad life. All right. Kroll's Diner. Kroll's Diner, man. Double S tier, triple S tier. It's going up here. I'm doing this in post-processing. Hold on. Choop, 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 choop. Up there. Transition. That was underwhelming. You haven't seen the advertisements. You have not seen the advertisements. You know what? Actually, you know what? We'll watch an ad. I gotta find one, though. I gotta find one real quick.
It was night.
No! Don't play it. Pause the music. It's time. We watch a Kroll's Diner, and then I end stream. Alright? Plop. That work? It did work. You guys can still see Kroll's Diner, can't you? I might just keep it there. Transition. We're watching this ad, though, and you can't stop me.
It was 1998 when a new gang rolled into town. And now in 2012, the old new gang is back, and they're out spreading the word about the great German specialties at Kroll's, like Nummy Golden Nepla Soup and the one and only Fleisch Kiekler. They're out and about bringing the good news to all law-abiding citizens. So come to Kroll's, where the girls say,
"You'll eat it, and you'll like it."
Oh, you'll like it. Man, Kroll's is bussin'. And with that, I am ending stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed Kroll's. I hope you this list triggered you. All right. I have to use the toilet, and that is the only reason I'm ending stream. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. See you guys this Wednesday for Salute to Women Wednesday. All right. Long stream, lots of bad choices. That's just your opinion, man. I will see you next time. I have to go. It's getting urgent. See you later.